Hello, everyone. It's Saturday, June 27th, 2026. Welcome to a Romancing Saga 2 overview, retrospective, something. We're going to be taking a look at three versions of Romancing Saga 2. The Super Nintendo version, the remaster that started on mobile and made its way to PC and consoles, and Romancing Saga 2 Revenge of the Seven. It has been a while since the last time I streamed, and I'm unaccountably nervous, so please excuse me if I'm a bit more tongue-tied than normal. Hey, Aaron, how you doing? You can't fool me, that's just Adol in front. Cannot confirm or deny because I haven't seen him on a boat yet. So the first version of Romancing Saga 2 that we're going to be taking a look at is the Super Nintendo version. It dates from 1993. There is a partial English translation patch, which is going to help us play. It's very partial as far as I've seen, but we should be able to get through at least the opening, which is what we're going to be doing for these older versions. I especially wanted to see how the openings and the first dungeon differs from version to version. So I guess without too much further ado, let's get to it. Let me change scene here and load up the ROM. There goes OBS. Seven Heroes Legend. The Seven Lords saved a world in turmoil, but then they vanished. Gujinshi, Subie, Dantag, Noel, Bokuon, Rock Bouquet, Wagnus. It's said that they will return to save the world. People told the legend and were thankful, but peace returned and the legend was forgotten. Rock bouquet from the rock florist, which grows them in her rock garden. Yep. Out of all the difficult to spell seven hero names in that opening, Rock Bouquet was spelled correctly. Start off with panorama shots of different environments. Let's see. The peaceful times that brought stability to the nations came to an end. An era of war began. The monsters are in the village. The seven lords have returned. War were declared, exactly. But they were taken out quickly. Why these monsters are called ghetto, I have no idea. Terrifying floating rabbits. And some little imps in bubbles called Jam. Oh no, somebody got knocked out. Fireball. Oh, and then here's the giant. So, Spriggan. Crunch. 0 points of damage. But a fireball? 30 points of damage. Doesn't seem to be enough. Grand Slam. This Spriggan is going to use. Wind Tutor. Grand Slam just takes everyone out. The Seven Lords came to be spoken of again. Then they came. Dot, dot, dot. That one was terrifying, all tentacles. It looked very heroic. Nothing suggestive of why that name and looking up the etymology of ghetto. Yeah. Romancing Saga 2. So I think it's entirely different in the other versions of the game, which means that it's probably just a weird mistranslation. Alright. Romancing Saga, new game. Sex, male or female? We'll play a female. And a name? I have no idea. There we go. It's a cute tavern. Familiar sight in Saga, the minstrel. Long ago was the time of Emperor Leon, when the Empire was just Avalon. It seemed as if the world's confusion could never be ended. Hoping to bring unity, Leon began and ended his days in battle. Mommy, who's that? Shh, leave him alone, child. He's got a unique sprite. Leon had two sons, Heroic Victor and Gentle Gerald. That day, Leon took Gerald in search of monsters. Thus, our story begins. Listen, Gerald, we will be in battle. I will be in the center. Bear will take point. He has the best armor. James and Therese will take the sides. This position offers the best security. We fight to bring relief. We will expel the monsters and seal the dungeon. Let's go. All right. Turning. Yes, the font is a big problem for this. Misers. All right. So let's just use basic attacks for these guys and see what happens. Block. Of course, the Emperor doing much more than everybody else. Alright. 10 experience. Bugs, huh? 2 bees. So, let's see. The Emperor is carrying a steel sword, a fleuret, in the offhand. Can punch. Can cast Light Ball 11 times. Continue with steel sword. Gerald has a long sword and a potion. Can punch. And that's it. So, long sword. Long sword. Great sword. ID break. Punch. Oh, she knows Sidewinder. Which costs 3 of 8 points. Okay. Let's stick with Fleuret. Experience points. And we're standing right next to another mob, so here we go. Slimes, or gels. No damage. Okay. Let's try some magic then. Light Ball is our only spell. Will punching work? Will technique work? What is ID break? Well, it did some damage. Ah, but Light Ball took care of all of them. Alright. That's useful. These were easily taken care of by regular weapons. All right. Easy enough. experience. So, you can run in this game. I forget exactly how. By holding down that button. It would be Y on the Super Nintendo controller and moving. But it shrinks the area where you can see enemies. And if you run into any enemies, you get instantly ambushed. Alright. Small lizards. Tuatara. That's an interesting system. I have to say that I can't see why you would ever run if that was the penalty. Because you're gonna run into a monster, and it's gonna be bad for you. Unless you're just totally outclassing everything in the area. HP up. Sword level up. HP up. So we actually got some stats on it. Alright. 3 misers. Already has me wishing for a repeat the last set of commands. Good, the Emperor got his own hitting. Right, 3 more misers. Same set of instructions. Nothing down this way. Monster lurking in front of a chest. Let's see what it is. 2 times. Grist knife. Something, 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 something. Oh. There's the menu. Okay. Those are good stats for Gerald. Magic level 2, fighter level 5 for Leon. Level 1 for Gerald, which is why he's doing a lot less damage. Everybody else... Well, James is an all-rounder. Dominic, purse! I want to let you know that I bought Path of the Abyss thanks to you. The music is a bit loud and overpowering your voice. Thank you for letting me know. Is that better? Well, I hope you enjoy Path of the Abyss. My time with it on stream was rather chaotic, and I haven't gone back to it. equipment for Gerald. Okay, he can only use the longsword. He cannot use the Chris knives. I wonder who could. Maybe I misunderstand. Chris knife. Defense 1. Okay. Oops. So Gerald is our weakest character. He still can't equip it. I see. He's already got a good set of armor. So. Anyway, Purse, how are you today? Hope it's turning out to be a good Saturday for you. Too hot. I can hear that. I'm gonna have to go out in it later to pick something up for Jay. Alright, this time we get to fight some ghettos. Been looping my hero. That game's pretty fun. Lizards and a gel. Okay. We're gonna have to anyway, so let's cast Light Ball. Everybody else can just attack the lizard. Excuse me, a Tuatara. Now the Tuatara is blind. I know the Emperor's down to 11 hit points. Hopefully we get hits in before it attacks. Alright, 20 experience, nice. HP up. Soldiers LF RIP 100,000 F plus A%. Yeah. Whatever that says. Can't remember how many crowns we had before. Items. Potion ether and a Chris knife. Is that it? No other exits that I can see. We done? Sealed cave. Back to Owl. Whoops. Wrong button. Alright, we were in fact done. just striding back into Avalon. Untranslated. I'm just gonna look a little. All right. Cross comparison. Hate, you know. But WTF is that text? It's untranslated yet still rendered in the English font. Guard comes running in. Somebody visiting. Sidebar outside, and we're free to wander. TBC Cellular Purse, TBC Cellular. It's like when my ADHD is hitting and suddenly I don't know any more words. Yeah. Alright. Well, I think we're not going to get much more out of that because there's not much more to that. So, let's call it done there with the Super Famicom version. Alright. So next we're going to look at the PC release of Romancing Saga 2. Which, if I take a peek, was released in 2017. It's a mobile game that was ported to PCs and consoles as well. It's got retouched graphics. Let's see about the retouched text. Should start capturing any second now. Come on, OBS. There we go. Outer Piazza. The Legend of the Seven Heroes. They defeated countless monsters and saved the world. But then they vanished. Twerking, hi, kid from Canada. Have you ever played Loop Hero? Yes, I have. But I didn't even come close to finishing it. Kazinci, Subier, Dantar, Noel. Kazinci is completely different. Bachhorn, Rockbouquet, and Wagners. It's rumored that they will return one day to save the world once again. Their legend was often spoken of when the world was in turmoil. But they were forgotten when peace graced the lands. Still deciding if I should drive an hour just to go swim, but I don't think I want to. It sounds like a drive. Heard it's warm in Europe right now, 38 Celsius. Wow. Jungle Town with towers, check. Very much more high resolution than before. We got a nice cartoony style going on here. But I also don't pay anything. Urban sports is a lifesaver in this. Here are the cattle in the snow. shores to lava. Wasn't that a beach before? Oh, there's the beach. Okay. Kingdoms come and kingdoms fall. With each turn of the hourglass, peace is shattered, and strife engulfs every corner of the land. So having monsters in this town is a regular thing. If only the 7 heroes returned. Splish. Beastman! That seems like a lot more sensible of a name for these monsters. And Windcutter, not Windcuter. Sidewinder. Fireball. All in all, just going a bit faster. Oh, we got some animation going on here. That is pretty cool, actually. Built up different sprites, all going at the same time. Spriggan's going to do his Grand Slam. Get your last attacks in. Blades of Wind. In their time of need, the people turned once more to the 7 heroes. Then they came. However, animated industry too. Romancing Saga 2. Have you ever looked into the Metal Max games, particularly the DS versions? There are a lot of wild enemy sprites, including lots of bosses animated like that. I do like Metal Max games. The one for the PS2 where you can end the game 2 minutes into the game is hilarious. I got quite far in that one, and as is usual for me, just stopped playing, which can really be a drag. I have to say that about so many games. I did not finish it. Romancing Saga 2, The Second Date. Exactly. For this date, they dressed up. You gotta remember that the buttons are now switched around since this is a US release. Start game with previous data? No. We recommend having additional content on. I doubt we'll see any additional content. I'll turn it on. With additional content. Gender, female, and it seems like... a thing. Romancing Saga, Second Evolution. It's like a prelude to HD 2D. The same sprites on high-definition tiles. This poem tells a tale of a centuries-old struggle, a tale of Avalon and the great empire in which it stands. A paean of emperors and their stalwart allies. Spirits of the land, rise and join my chorus. Years ago, the empire began in a small country named Avalon. A land plagued that was rife with war and conflict. Leon ruled with a gentle hand and a sharp blade. 2 sons had he, Victor the Brave and Gerard the Kind. One day, Leon took Gerard to hunt evil quarry, and thus begins our tale. Listen up, Gerard. We'll be fighting with the Imperial Cross formation. I will be in the middle, Bear will be our vanguard, with James and Therese at the flank. Gerard, you are to stay safe in the rear, where you can fight without worry. The beasts in this foul den have troubled our citizens for the last time. Our charge is to best them and seal off the cave for good. I'm counting on all of you. Well, it's perhaps unfair to compare it to a fan translation, but the text is much better. Gerard, stay in the back so anything sneaking up on us can, to keep you safe. Well, he is the heir, but there is a spare, so... Alright, misers. Attack, knee split, and double cut, so he starts with more than he did before. Foray with attack, martial skill punch on the light ball. Defend and flee. There was no flee in the other one. Anytime 2 royal siblings go hunting, I get suspicious. That's probably for the best. Attack. Okay, the potion is now called a balm. Attack. Attack. Yep. And let's id break instead of ID break. Okay, id break sort of makes sense as an attack name. What does it do? Attack with your bow and confuse the target. Run into giant ant, find bees. Some problems with taxonomy. A lot of the SaGa games use kind of generic field monster sprites or names. The best of which is probably Vegiplasts from Unlimited SaGa. And then they resolve into a party of monsters that's appropriate for your current combat rank. Alright, we know the answer to this one already. Gels. So we'll cast Light Ball. Everybody else can just attack. The floor is lighter up here for some reason. And if it's slightly blurry, I apologize for that. The port is slightly blurry. Come back here, you. Tuatara. It attack. You hand the enemy a copy of Doom and they get distracted by it. All they can do is hum E1M1. A glimmer! Haphazard arrow! Nice. 2 attack points. HP increase. Sword and greatsword level up. HP increase. Alright, let's see how the run mechanic works in this one. Alright, it doesn't seem to decrease your field of vision. But if you run into enemies, you'll still be, like, all disordered and not in your proper combat formation, though. Okay. attacks. Got your miss too. Alright, good enough. Another couple of misses, huh? You defend. I don't want you losing any life points. Alright, there we go. As usual for a SaGa game, you go down to 0 hit points, you collapse, you lose a life point. Your life points, you only have so much of them and they never come back. Parry. Awesome. Nice passive ability. Maybe not. Tech points. Over here we have chest, guarded by Kutar. So far, exactly the same. Oh man, a one hit down. Defend, sir. The Emperor lost a life point. Received Chris Knife. Defense 1. This time, can anybody equip it? Everybody still has weapons and armor. Oh look, Bear can equip it. There we go. Anyway, at least it gets used. Why to be called misers. Increased hit points. Oh no, Beastman. 15 hits, so let's cast Light. Fantasy question. Do you watch Vox Machina? No, I've never heard of it. HP increase. Up here, this untranslated chest. You found some treasure. 100,000 crowns deposited to the Imperial Treasury. You cannot carry any more money. 100,000 crowns? Seems like a lot. Okay. I think we're done with Starter Dungeon. So what is Vox Machina? Ah, it snaps directly to the next one instead of scrolling all around. Alright, we'll go back back to Adelaide. Father, welcome back. Gerard, are you hurt? I'm not injured, but it took my all to keep up with Father and the others. My brother's more talented at academics than fighting. Don't you think it wise to spare him for battle? It's my duty to serve with my sword. The return of the 7 heroes won't bring about peace anytime soon. Battles will ensue. Gerard needs experience in order to be your right-hand man, Victor. Gerard's talents are better served in administration. A lady named Oriev wishes for an audience, Your Majesty. Her again, requesting an audience every day to test my patience. Very well, let her through. It is my honor to meet you, Your Majesty. You look rather young. They told me you were a seer, so I expected someone older. Leave us. Seems that seer got lucky today. Father used her as an excuse to break our conversation. Gerard, don't do anything too reckless. We have to go. I'm afraid you cannot enter it this time. Let's see. It's an animation of a Critical Role campaign. A group of voice actors got together and played D&D and filmed it. Now it's a fairly big thing in the VA community. The season 4 finale aired on Wednesday. I have been sort of vicariously watching shoujo listen to them. In that she just kind of announces things and posts memes that I don't understand. But I haven't really done any Critical Role stuff. So is that a recommendation? Should I write it down and put it on the list of things to see? I seem to be in the minority, but I think The Amazing Digital Circus had a better finale. And another thing I haven't watched. Alright, let's see if anything happens while walking around. I didn't want to play the other one again. Oh, his eyes are out of balance with each other. Because it looked like it wouldn't be translated. I'm gathering information. The Empire currently has a record of 10 battles. That's not very many. I would recommend the Mighty 9 instead, same people, different campaign. Lord Gerard, please do not push yourself too hard. All clear here. I implore you to remove heavy armor to facilitate movement. Use the scale inside. What? Scale. Gerard, 8. So let me write that down too. The Mighty 9. Sort of looking for an excuse to start watching or listening to one of them, so I'll start with that. Will it be store or retrieve? Nothing, please. Okay, there's something going on with the sprite scaling that I do not like. Let's see, settings. That's all we get. You can set default movement to dash. So there must be no penalty at all for dashing into monsters. Okay, big castle is big. I'm doing research on formations. Please show me any new tactics you know. Free for all. Salute. Lord Gerard, are you using spells? They become stronger the more you use them. Emerald, I haven't learned any spells. In that case, I'll teach you Fireball. You learn Fireball. That seems useful. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say good things about The Amazing Digital Circus, and Tino said kind of middling things about it. It's a little different, but decent. I don't know any magic. Okay, here's something you can blast your own face off. Lord Gerard, have you been studying your academia? Aries, I've spent many of my days hunting monsters with my father, so I haven't any time for books. Lord Gerard, please do not push yourself too hard. Can we go out and wander into the town? Yes, we can. Bits of it are good, Tino says grumpily. The finale of Vox Machina made me mad. Alright, we'll just go into the bar and see what's up there. It's a very familiar looking bar. Alright, Glasses Guy, what do you have to say? Can I come here while it's still bright? Oh, pardon me. People are meant to do different things. Lord Gerard should be devoted to academia. Welcome. A drink, please. Nothing for now. I'll have a drink. Ooh. Thanks to your majesty, we can live in peace. Lord Gerard, we all believe in you. There are monsters everywhere. It's tough on business, I'm telling you. Did you know this is a famous spot for moon healing? No day drinking. Ignore what I'm doing. Sudden character changes irk me. That's understandable. Alright. Now let's go ahead and save the game. Yeah, we can save it here. So we saw a little bit more of this one than we did of the last one. It's still not that awful much. I'm interested to see if we can find the things that correspond to what we saw in the new one. All right. Oh, the game is still a little louder than me. Sorry about that. We'll see how the sound balances when we're playing Revenge of the Seven. Let me know and I can adjust it at any point. I've got the little Wavelink software up and running. So that one did seem louder than the one that we were emulating, yes. Now that I think about it. I might just be sound sensitive today. Well, I prefer people say something than not say something. All right. Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven. And we're going to be playing the demo, which goes up to a certain point and stops. The game is currently on sale in the Steam sale for 50% off. I get a little bit of money at the beginning of the month, and if this stream goes well, then I'm thinking about getting the game and continuing to stream it. So, we'll see. In any case, let's go. So is this Romancing Saga 2 or Romancing Saga 2? It's Romancing Saga 2. Right, thanks for clarifying. You're welcome.
Legend has it that long ago, a group of 7 heroes rose up and saved the world from hordes of merciless fiends. Their names were thus.
A little bit of a dramatic close-up.
Subier, Dantarg, Noel, Bakon, Rock Bouquet, Wagnus. It was said they would return, should the world fall under threat once more.
Seems a little quiet to me, so let me know if you guys can hear it all.
Each time that conflict and turmoil descended upon the land, people were reminded of that legend. However, as discord gave way to peace, the legend would slip from people's minds into oblivion.
Same scenery, vastly different presentation. Game volume versus your volume seems good at the moment, at least on my phone speakers. Okay. And hey, Odd Prop, welcome to the stream. Clarifying what cries those were. Fiery Mountain looking much different.
Thus, history was doomed to repeat. After years of stability, the veil of peace lifted, revealing another age of division and strife.
It's only a matter of time before fiends attack this town.
Less time than you think.
We need the legendary 7 heroes to save us. Now, more than ever.
That guy looks way too happy to be invading this town.
To hell with you fiends! I refuse to cower before you. What?
We get music, but not the actual battle system.
Once again, the names of the 7 heroes rang throughout the land. Those harbingers of justice had returned. And yet,
much more clearly monstrous. Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven. Alright. One new game, please. Difficulty settings. Casual. An easygoing mode oriented for casual story-focused gameplay. You can change the difficulty level later. Well, that's good. Normal. A well-balanced mode recommended for those desiring a standard RPG experience. And hard. Harken back to the classic SaGa experience with just the right difficulty to keep you on the edge of your seat. I think we'll play normal. Any complaints? Select your character. Alright. We've gone with the female character both of the other times, so... Is this character okay? Yes. Name. You want me to use the keyboard, do you? Is this name okay? Yeah.
Our future is bright.
Hey, Mr. Minstrel, will you please tell me one of your stories?
I shall tell you a tale of a war fought many, many years ago. A tale of Avalon and the Varen Empire, and the succession of emperors that led it into prosperity. Spirits, lend me your voices, that this tale might inspire all to greater heights. The stage is set during the time of good Emperor Leon. In those days of Eld, Avalon was a nation of little note. Conflict had spread throughout the land, like fire through dense brush. Leon knew that quenching its flames was key to unifying the people under one banner. Under his roof, he cared for two sons, the courageous Victor and the kind-hearted Gerard. One fine spring day, Emperor Leon took Gerard out on a foray to cull the fiends lurking in a cave.
This cave has caused our people to suffer for far too long. We must eradicate the foul creatures within and seal it off.
Understood, Father.
We are to reconvene with the Vanguard unit. On the way, I shall teach you the basics of combat. However, this is no training exercise. You must be prepared both mentally and physically.
I shall do my best to see that I am.
Select your character. Not that it'll matter, because it's time to go play as Gerard. Exactly. We considered closing the door and blocking it with a chair. Doesn't seem to have a knob. Let's see. Left stick moves around the map. Pressing left stick will toggle sprinting. Right stick can move the camera. Default behavior can be changed in the settings. Meet up with your allies. Overall map, the local map, Avalon and Castle Avalon as travel points. We don't have anybody else in the party with us. Equipment. Equipment gear can be changed from the equipment screen. Each unit can equip up to 2 weapons. More armor and accessories means higher defense, but will also encumber the unit, causing them to have reduced speed in battle. Units can also equip up to 2 non-gear items at once. Neon Sword and Fleuret, and Weapon 2. Great Shield, Leather Armor, and Leather Greaves. We have more armor slots. Maybe hanging a Do Not Disturb sign? Just paint over it and stick it closed like a landlord with a window. Maybe posting a pull sign on the push side? That would keep a bunch of people out. Alright. There are still fiends remaining in the cave. We must not leave until they have been dealt with. Reddish ore. Battle basics. Encounters will be conducted in a turn-based format along an overarching timeline. The turn order and upcoming actions will be displayed on the top left of the screen. Try using a variety of texts and spells to take down the enemy. So jams. I'm not sure how I feel about these sprites. They're so three-dimensional. Put up one of those closed back soon signs with little clocks, then tear up the clock hands and leave it forever. Alright, so the menus are different. We have text, spells, and items. Defend counts as a spell. Short sword attack or defend. So Gerard can't do much. He hasn't learned Fireball yet. Here you go, KFC. Which is heavier, propane or butane? Butane, it's lighter fluid.
Time to act.
Sword attack, double cut, short sword attack, defend. Spells has light ball. Okay. He has 31 BP, so let's just continue to use plain text. Thank you. You're welcome. It's been a long time since somebody used Say Something Dumb.
Okay. Are you injured, Gerard?
Technique points 12. Oh, it's going to tell us what they're for. Gosh, this is explaining. A lot of SaGa games are very reticent to explain their mechanics, but apparently not this one. Characters will earn technique points when emerging victorious from battles. Once certain thresholds of TP are reached, the character's weapon/spell school level will increase. Units will only gain TP for weapons and spells they use during the encounter, including restorative spells. Be sure to use a wide variety to ensure they grow stronger. Max HP and BP values will always earn TP as long as the unit is present in the encounter, and will similarly increase in level once TP requirements are met. So it actually splits it out and shows you exactly what you're getting as far as HP and BP experience points are, sword experience points. Alright. Maybe put up a please use other door sign. Yeah, adventurer entrance and back. It's a little unpleasantly blurry. Let's see what kind of graphics settings there are. Maximum frame rate, VSync is on, motion blur, and dynamic resolution. Automatically adjust the graphics quality when launching the game. Alright, we'll stick with this. No, we gotta turn the motion blur off. It's still blurring. I'm gonna chuck it up to Unreal Engine and go.
I must follow my father's example.
Enemies have varying weaknesses. Attacking them with a weapon or spell type that an enemy is weak to will deal more damage and fill the overdrive gauge on the bottom right. Try using different weapon types and spells to find out what is most effective on your foes. The spell tab can be accessed by using left button or right button to toggle the battle. 2 corpses. Well, still, the only thing you can do is short sword attack, so... let's try a light ball. They're weak to that. It actually shows you both underneath there and on the deck list, which is nice. Oh, they're playing to just sword attacks. I mean, they're weak to just plain sword attacks. I think that's what I meant to say.
Time to act. Are you injured, Gerard?
Yeah, but he got a bunch of HP experience points. The HP of all retinue members will be automatically healed back to full at the end of each encounter. Used BP will not be automatically restored and can only be replenished through long rests, BP recovery zones, or items. Alright, sorry to keep going back to the settings, but it's going to drive me mad. Let's turn the dynamic resolution off and use a graphics preset of max. I can't change it yet.
Your Grace.
Perhaps you should rest. It could not have been easy to get here.
No. We have not a moment to waste.
But Your Majesty, there are many dangerous foes lurking within these walls.
No need for concern. Gerard must learn to fend for himself eventually.
I am more than aware of the perils we face.
Are you ready, Gerard? We will engage the enemy with the Imperial Cross formation. I shall take up position in the center, while Bear will protect us from the front. James and Therese shall occupy the flanks. Finally, you shall remain in the back, the safest position for someone as green as you. Focus on offense. Let's move out!
Sir!
main menu can be accessed by pressing Start. Where is that Start? Where is it Select? I can never remember. Attributes, equipment, and learn tech spells of retinue members can be viewed in the main menu. Defeat all of the fiends. Okay. There. Press Y to jump in the overroll. Jumping will be useful to hop over ledges and other obstacles standing in your way. Should a gap prove to be challengingly wide, jumping while sprinting will allow for farther leaps.
Annihilate them!
As long as there are 5 units in the retinue, they can form a battle formation, which often has special properties that can affect the flow of battle. In the Imperial Cross formation, the frontmost unit is more likely to be targeted by foes, while the rearmost unit is less likely. Alright. So this is James.
Not today.
You tried, Gerard. Ah, her default is to attack with the bow now. Weak to bows.
Not today.
Weak to spears.
Leave everything to me. Now.
Not today. It's okay.
You also got it to Atara. There's a little light bulb next to the bow attack.
It's my turn. So long. We fought well today.
Okay. Puissance liquor. What in the world? Inventory. Currently held items can be viewed from the inventory screen. Can be selected for use. Consumable items equipped to retinue members can be set to automatically replenish from the inventory after their usage in battle. It restores 25 BP. Nobody's that far down on BP yet. Bomb and quality bomb are already equipped. 100 HP, 300 HP. It can revive an incapacitated ally. Okay, so Square is a local map.
No turning back now.
Once the overdrive gauge is full, a powerful combo assault can be unleashed known as a United Attack. United attacks can be used anytime on any retinue member's turn. UA combinations can be selected from the appropriate tab in the battle. United Attack, Bow Slash, so it's Therese and James will do it. Let's see what it's like.
Let's do it.
For the glory of the Empire. I can do this.
Pretty good.
I did it. It's my turn. Okay. Our Empire shall never falter.
Okay.
maintain the peace in Avalon.
A jam and 2 corpses.
I never let my prey escape.
Okay.
Leave everything to me.
Not today.
Alright.
Well done, everyone.
HP increase. Therese is leveled up from level 2 to 3. Chris knife obtained. Okay, there's now a monster lurking here.
How did this happen?
How is that a surprise attack? I was looking right at it. Receiving a surprise attack from the enemy will cause the encounter to begin with a broken formation. When the retinue's battle formation is disrupted, they will be unable to flee from the encounter for a set number of turns.
Now, my resolve is unchecked.
Allow me to prove my might!
I'm ready. No.
It's my turn.
Devil. Greatsword cut and greatsword ball. Well, let's use greatsword ball.
Follow my lead. This is the end!
Confused units have a chance to move unpredictably, acting against orders or even attacking their own allies. Confusion can wear off after a set amount of turns or be cleansed by using restorative items or spells like Physic Water on the afflicted retinue member.
Eat this!
I never let my prey escape.
Looks like I'm up.
I'm ready.
Alright, so far he's doing a pretty good job of not being too confused.
I'm ready for anything.
Let's go. So long. Our empire shall never falter.
James leveled up. Gerard's still at level 0.
Excellent. That appears to be the last of them. It shall take 2 full turns of the clock for the mages to weave their spell and seal the cavern. Once that is complete, those fiends will never bother us again. Now, let us away. The people anticipate your return. Imperial Majesty has returned! Look around you. The people yearn for a strong country and a brave emperor to lead them. As such, they expect great things of Victor, and one day you.
So it would seem, Father. I shan't betray their trust. I vow to protect the people of Varen with my very life.
I am pleased you have returned safely. Gerard, I trust you are unhurt?
That I am, brother. Though it has taken longer than expected, I am no longer a hindrance in battle.
Gerard is much better suited to focusing on his studies than setting foot on the battlefield. Perhaps you should refrain from taking him with you on your campaigns? As the eldest, I feel the battles are best left to me.
I understand your position, but fear that the return of the Seven Heroes gives us little leeway in the matter. The hounds of war howl louder with each passing day, and as long as they do, chaos shall plague our lands. With threats facing us on all sides, we cannot afford to have Gerard shirk his martial training in favor of his letters.
Perhaps, but I feel the Empire also requires capable strategists if it is to truly thrive. I can think of none more suited to that task than he.
My lord, a woman by the name of Oriev requests an audience with you.
Her again. She is persistent. I will give her that. Very well. Show her in.
Wonder how many times it's been.
It is an honor to finally meet you, Emperor of Avalon.
I must say this is quite a surprise. I'd expected Asiras to be a touch more wizened. Victor, Gerard, leave us for now.
Today is that woman's lucky day. It is obvious that Father was looking for an excuse that he could use to cut our conversation short. Remember that reading up on combat theory is no substitute for actual experience.
I will, brother.
Review the tutorials. Aha. Praise be to the Emperor. Towns and dungeons will typically have a save point where current progress can be saved. While the game also has an autosave function, it is recommended to manually save often. Yes, please. Click right here in slot 1. Alright. Explore the castle halls. And you have objective markers. Avalon's Trials.
Lord Gerard, perhaps you should take up archery. A volley from afar can end a battle before it starts.
Archery? I would snap the bowstring simply by knocking the arrow.
Oh, nothing a touch of practice can't fix. With my expert instruction, you'll master it in no time.
I think you put too much faith in my abilities.
Pay him no mind, Lord Gerard. Focusing on a weapon for which you feel more affinity will surely lead to greater results. Use weapons you're comfortable with to get that glimmer of inspiration needed to learn new techniques.
Very true. Perhaps I should simply forgo bows altogether.
Nonsense! Emperor Leon's noble blood courses through your veins as well.
We dedicated ourselves to the preservation of ancient techniques so future generations can learn from the past. A true Imperial soldier never rests. Praise to the Emperor. We're studying battle formations and their applications. If you learned any new ones, please share them with me. Free for all. There's a save point in here, but it's not like we have to save. It's fair.
I see you have returned, Lord Gerard. Has hunting fiends with His Majesty honed your skill with the blade?
Not exactly. I fear I am not meant to wield a blade.
Try to think of it this way, young master. You need but find which role best suits you out on the battlefield.
I'm afraid the knowledge I have gleaned from books does not apply on the battlefield.
I personally am neither nimble nor fleet of foot, as anyone can likely tell from a glance. Instead, I focus on becoming a veritable iron wall. By standing my ground and never retreating, I can protect everyone else from danger. Therefore, please do not lose heart. There is a role out there that suits you, for certain. You will indeed have to put in the work first, but eventually it will come to you. I look forward to seeing you grow into the man I know you can be.
It is kind of you to say so.
Ah, Lord Gerard. How have your studies been progressing of late?
Not very well, I'm afraid. I have been accompanying my father on his expeditions, which leaves little time for learning.
Yes, you have gone on a good many forays of late. Perhaps you would be more suited to spell over sword?
It may take some practice, but I assure you the juice is worth the squeeze.
Unfortunately, I still don't know any spells.
That simply won't do. Magic can often strike true in situations in which simple physical armaments prove less effective.
Allow me to start you on the path with the most elementary of pyrology arts. Fireball.
You learned a spell from Emerald. Fireball, potency 10, area single target range. Launch a ball of flame at your enemy. One time I want all the archers to have thigh-high boot. You aren't really a tank, so maybe you'll be a DPS. Or maybe you'll be ranged DPS. Alright, what else have we got? Hemp cloth lying around in the library. Some people eating.
Lord Gerard, I fear for your safety. You may be skilled in letters, but you can hardly be considered ready for the battle to come.
I appreciate your concern. However, I must do what I can to carry on my family's legacy.
In that case, you should try honing your skills with different weapons, for they are the key to combat. An untrained hand cannot hope to bring the full might of their armaments to bear. A practiced one, however, will undoubtedly make you a force to be reckoned with.
Thank you. I shall do my best.
Feel free to ask me anything. I shall assist you in whatever manner you require, no matter how trivial it may seem.
You stole their bookmarks? There are going to be so many mad. Prepare for the angry letters. Being royalty means they are his bookmarks, just temporarily on loan to his lessers. Exactly. I don't know how to say this, but your family's all dead. Did you mean that legacy? No, did you mean that legacy? Family's not dead. Okay, I want to see what's down these stairs. Let's go and do that. Oh. Avalon remains ever secure on my watch. Nope. Not interested in talking. Let's just read. Alright. It's the start of an RPG. That family's days are minutes.
Lord Gerard, my heart nearly stopped when I learned you had gone with your father to the caverns. Did you suffer any wounds?
Nary a scratch.
We cannot count on that always happening, though. Do not shirk your swordsmanship lessons, or you may not be so lucky next time. If ever your retinue were to fall in battle, you must have a means of protecting yourself.
If it comes to that point, I'm afraid we may have already lost, or I can never hope to match your prowess.
An army is only as strong as its weakest link, and should I be forced to keep constant watch over you, we will surely be bested at some point.
Understood. I shall do my best to not hamstring the troops.
I believe that everyone has their rightful place. And yours would be in the library, not on the battlefield.
Oh, I see.
With all due respect, Lord Gerard, you need to hear this. While we mercenaries will fight tooth and nail for whomever we are contracted with, we will not sign a contract with simply anyone. We only work with people whose orders are backed by strength. Should our patron prove to be nothing more than a paper tiger, we will not hesitate to serve someone else.
Okay, I shall keep that in mind.
Family home, village, all gone. Just have to make it through the tutorial. Ma'am, you're leaving your heart completely exposed to any enemy blade. Stop lecturing. Exactly. Alright, I want to save. So that we can finally... do that, which requires us to return to the title screen. And we continue. Story thus far. Gerard leaves Victor and seeks out to explore the city while he waits for his father to finish speaking with the seeress. He decides to kill some time before returning to the castle. That's always a nice feature. What was I doing? Lord Gerard, thank you so much for worrying about my cat. She's doing swell now. Quite worried, were you? You look sad, Lord Gerard. Try to cheer up. I'm fine, but I find that your encouragement has lifted my spirits even more.
Yep.
Alright. Let's try fast. And apparently you can switch the soundtracks. We'll leave it on remake though. Alright. Ah, Lord Gerard, please forgive my children for constantly troubling you. Worry not, for I enjoy their company as much as they seem to enjoy mine. Praise be to the Emperor indeed. Salutations, Lord Gerard. I hope you're doing well today. This is a nice house. When you're as embarrassingly rich as I am, you're always checking for thieves behind every corner. How about some freshly baked bread to go with your meal? Picked up something that I totally missed. May Avalon remain prosperous into eternity. We owe our peaceful lives to your Highness's stalwart efforts. Welcome, what can I do for you? Lord Gerard, care to join me for a drink? Oh, but I can't drink in this one. Alright. No drinks for me. A bomb just sitting around. Alright. Okay, store?
Why, hello, Your Grace. Only the finest wares here.
Bombs. Wow. Quality bombs. Spirit liquor. The medicinal liquor that's been fermenting for decades. It restores 100 BP. Barrier stone. Allows your retinue to rest safely. Completely restores the BP of your entire retinue. 200,000.
Will that be all today? A pleasure, I'm sure.
Don't need to sell anything. Chest. 100,000 crowns. Just sitting around outside. It's mine now.
Why,
Equipment
hello,
shop.
Your Grace. Only the finest wares here.
Brace. Maces, leather guards, iron armor.
Will that be all today? A pleasure, I'm sure.
Let's see. just a save point. Alright. I wish you luck, Gerard. Thank you. I should do my best to live up to my father's name. Turn to the castle.
I still have a long road ahead of me.
Speak to Leon. There's a save point in here too. Alright, see what he has to say.
If I may, Father, what exactly did that woman wish to discuss?
How someone named Kazinci Salmon is not to be trusted. Though Kazinci may be one of the 7 heroes, I do not see him being an immediate threat. Still, it would behoove us to remain vigilant. Between that woman's warning and the legend of the 7 heroes, I know not which to believe. The truth, however, will reveal itself eventually. All that we can do now is work to ensure peace for the Empire.
Then where shall we head next, Father?
To the east. There are watchmen causing trouble in the area. If we do not deal with this threat soon, it is only a matter of time before Avalon is attacked. Victor, I leave the castle in your hands.
As you wish, Father. Fare thee well, Gerard. The nation would mourn greatly if you were to fall in battle.
Your fears are unfounded, brother. I shall see you again soon.
I'm not saying you need to save, but there are 2 places you can. Wink, wink. World map. Once a new area has been unlocked, this location can be viewed by pressing... The new area can be visited by selecting its icon on the world map. Watchman Nest. A new location has opened up. We have our party map. Oh, he dead. I know I just did. Okay, it's been about 2 hours. We took a look at all 3 versions. This is pretty fun. It's an excellent reimagining of the game's locations with obvious extensions to the amount of text and other things going on. I'm really enjoying this. So I probably will pick this up on Monday and stream it a couple of times next week, and we'll see where we can get to. It'd be terrible for the country if something happened to you. Imagine hearing that in real life. It's a real nice life you got here. It would be a shame if anything happened to it. So anyway, thank you so much for coming out today and attending this impromptu stream. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I'm having a good deal of fun, so we'll continue. We'll continue. You're welcome. For now, I will take a look and see if there's anyone to raid. I don't know who streams on Saturday afternoon. Maybe somebody I know is on. Not really. So we'll just leave it there. Once again, thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. And until next time. Have a good one. Bye.